You know why y'all can't find it? Because it's not in there. See, it's just like you got to take it back to slavery days. You remember that saying about God said if you make one step, he'll make two. But see, now I looked that up because the slaves back in the slavery time, they couldn't read. But they had enough sense to know, but if I did this, God would do this. So that's where that saying comes from. We on ourselves have looked upon Romans 12 and 2 and changed it, said, be in the world, but not of the world. And what he said, he said, be not conformed to the things of this world. If you're going to tell it like it is. I remember one time we was in Cleveland and we were trying to stop our friend from fighting his girlfriend. And she said, you look crack smoking, some. And he told her, if you're going to tell it all, because you were smoking too. If you're going to tell it like it's supposed to be. But we want to pause for a minute right here and call our sister to the front. Can we all please stand, please? Can we come to the altar? We want to call our sister up. And I don't know what's going on, and I'm not asking what's going on. You know it better. So what we want you to do, we're going to touch and agree with you. We're going to let you pray.
God, we just ask you to move right now, Lord God. God, I need you to move in my life right now, God. Like never before, Lord God. God, you said in your word, Lord God, in Isaiah 53, by your stripe, I'm already healed. Not going to be, but already, Lord God. And God, I thank you, Lord God, for anybody in this building, or Lord God, anyone at home or in the hospital, Lord God. Lord God, touch them and agree right now that they already healed, Lord God. God, they will get up and take their bed and walk, Lord God. God, I just say, have your way on today, Lord God. Move like never before, Lord God. God, we thank you for the Raymond word, Lord God, for coming from on high, Lord God. We thank you for the man of God for teaching this Sunday school, Lord God, that you speaking through him, Lord God, that you use this vessel like never before, Lord God. And God, we just say, have your way, Lord God. Move right now, Lord God. God, let us see your hand moving right now, Lord God. God, let the people come in from the north, south, east, and the west, Lord God. Lord, let them be hungry for your word, Lord God. God, let us stop giving into Caesar, God, but give into you, Lord God. And Father God, I'll be so careful, God, to give you all the high praise and all the glory and all the honor, God. God, I ask you to move in my life, Lord God. God, I thank you, Lord God, for taking me out of lower, Lord God. I thank you, Lord God, that I'm on top, God, and not on bottom, Lord God. I thank you, Lord God, for having your way in my life, Lord God. God, I thank you for showing me you, Lord God. Lord, I thank you for allowing me to get in your presence, Lord God, and stay in your presence, God. I thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I need you, God. I can't do this alone. God, I just ask you, Lord God, to come in my life like a flood. Don't let me quit. Don't let me look back, Lord God. But let me go forward, Lord God. Let me keep living, Lord God. Let me keep standing, Lord God. And God, I thank you. And I praise you, Lord God. God will not forgive me, Lord God, if I took my eyes off of you. Forgive me, Lord God, for not worshiping you like I should, God. Forgive me, Lord God. I repent right now in the name of Jesus, Lord God. God, I thank you. I thank you, Lord God, for your love, Lord God. God, these tears of joy, Lord God. And I thank you, Lord God, for joy, unspeakable joy, Lord God. I thank you, Lord God. I thank you for using me, God, on this day, God. God, I'm living in my now moment, Lord God. God, I'm living in my destiny right now, Lord God. God, I thank you yesterday was my past. And thank you, Lord God. Oh God, I just ask you to have your way, Lord God. It doesn't matter what man or woman may say, but God, at the end of the day, it matters what you say, God. And God, I must get up and I must stand. I must do the work of you, Lord God. And Father God, I thank you, Lord. I ask you to have your way today, Lord God. And Father God, I'll be so careful to give you all the high praise, all the glory, and all the honor. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. It is so and so it is. Amen.
Amen. Praise God.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Bible says, call on me. She's a noble Lord. So she had. Yes. In the name of Jesus. Thank you. 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 Hey, God, thank you. Hallelujah. In the midst of your grace. Yeah, God. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you. Woo! Hey, hey, God, enter. Hey, hey, God, Sunday. You got to push. You got to push. Hey, Sunday. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Your strength alive with joy. Your strength alive with joy. The joy of the Lord is your strength. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Peace. Reign. Peace reign. Peace reign. Peace reign. Peace reign. Peace reign. In the presence, in my presence. In my presence, in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. Thank you. There's a place God's calling you. God, you must come up. Shut up. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Higher, God. Say higher. Higher. In the name of Jesus. God has spoken. God has spoken. God said, you gotta come up. Amen. Get your eyes up. Amen. God got great work. God got great work. You heard that many times. Amen. Count it all joy. Count it all joy. That's how I feel about she cut her off. Count it all joy. Amen. The Bible says, your joy is when you say so. Come on now, when you say so. Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Your word. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. The love of you never know what to say. You never know what to see. You never know what to show you. You never know what to say. Hey, glory to God. Hey, God. It's in Him. It's in Him. Hey, God. Hey, God. Hey, God. Thank you, Lord. Father God, I thank you. Yes, God. Yes, God. Hey, God. You can end your midnight right now. Hallelujah. Peace. Peace. I speak peace. Hallelujah, Jesus. Hey, God. You gotta live. You're holding on to it. You trying to fix it. Hey, I got a revelation. Even this morning for myself. Let it go. Let it go. The joy. The joy of the Lord is your strength. It is your strength. Thank you, Lord. And it is so. And it is so.
And it is so. All right. It is so. It is so. It is so. All right. It is so.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
He keeps coming to my mind. It was said, a man and a woman is free the moment they decide to be free.
Yes, Lord.
The moment you decide to be free,
Yes.
God is there.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Glory to your name, God.
Have your way, oh God. Have your way, God. Have your way, God. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, oh God. Have your way.
Have your way, Lord. Yeah, God. Yeah, God.
Have your way, oh Lord. Have your way, God. Have your way, Lord. Have your way, God. Have your way, God. Have your way, Lord. All right.
Thank you, Jesus.
I give myself away so you can use. Give myself away. Give myself away so you can use. I give myself, give myself away so you can use. I give myself away. What happened? The generation embraced this. I'm here I am. Here I am. You know, one thing we got to learn as a church family, and I think my boy Michael Jackson said, is, you are not alone. You are not alone. The Bible tells us iron sharpens iron. But if you're a lonely piece of iron by yourself and ain't trying to sharpen a brother with a piece of iron, how do you expect to come through something? You got to rely on your brothers and sisters. Trust me, the Spirit will let you know who to go to. The Spirit will know who you can converse with in order to get through situations that we're going through. You are not alone in this walk. We are not alone in this walk. We got to depend upon our brothers and sisters in order to make this walk. That's why the Bible says, forsake not to assemble ourselves with a body of believers. That means somebody doing the same thing I'm doing, trying to get to the same place I'm trying to go. And I'm going to do something. I can rely on my brother. It's the same. The world come up with the cliches. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you. Carry on. That's what we're here for. But you rob yourself every time you go through a situation. Satan robs you. You ain't got to go to them. You can handle this on your own. See, I can speak on this because I let him rob me of the same thing. He robs you. No, let me rephrase that. We allow him to rob us when we know what we ought to be doing. If I'm going through something, look, I can't get through this, brother. Man, I'm down right now. I just moved up. And then he said, well, there's 2 or 3 gathered together in my name. I shall be well. When are we going to get it together? When are we going to get it together? We're going to be forever losing a losing battle if we don't rely on the source. I watch the National Geographic sometimes. When the lion goes to hunt, he don't go for the pack. He go for that weak one and standing out there by himself because you think you can do it on your own. You cannot do it on your own. We cannot do it on our own. I watched it yesterday with this mama buffalo. She just had a baby. And the lion smelled it. Here come that pack of lions. They was coming to get that baby buffalo. But them big buffaloes got in a circle around that baby. And confronted those lions. Guess what those lions had to do? They had to retreat. That's what our family is. When you're down, when you're weak, when you've been beat down, we circle around it. And you can't get in here. You can't touch them right now. That's why we rely on our brothers and sisters for that. But now, the Spirit telling me, in order to do that, we got to be in a position that where we can fight off the enemy. Because we're weak in the chain link, we're weak when they're going to take us and them too. So we got to get to a place that we can help our brothers and sisters. We can't help the weak. We can't help the weak. I'm sorry. We cannot. That's just like me going to put a used patch on the inner tube. It don't work. That's why he talks about the new wine and the whole wineskin. He talks about things like this. We got to be where we can help our brothers and sisters. I'll say it. We got to be in that position. We got to put ourselves, allow God to come in. I said it a couple of weeks ago. We got to get to the place where we can relinquish our will. Once we can relinquish our will, God can move accordingly in our life. But as long as we're trying to hold on to our will, God can't do what he needs to do. He cannot. Do you remember the scripture in the Bible where it said he did miracles everywhere, but in his own time? Because they did not believe. See, when you won't relinquish your will, you tell them you don't believe. When I'm not totally giving up, it's something I ain't believing. We got to get to the point that we got to believe everything that proceeds out the mouth of God. And once we get to that point where we believe everything that proceeds out the mouth of God, then we can help our brothers and sisters. We can be that strong with. I think they say a chain is strong as it only that is weak as it. That chain can be strong out there. If we got a weak link, what are they gonna do? They're gonna pop. It's gonna pop. Yeah, y'all can sit. Yeah, y'all can sit. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Well, the Spirit just had me to say that. I'm not. The name of the lesson this morning was the faces. Which face does the world see? And I think all this is going to tie in together. And the scripture I'm trying to get everybody to find says, be ye in the world, but not of the world. And do not go to Romans 12 and 2. First John. Well, let's go to 1 John 17, 14 through 16. Go right there. 1 John. 14th chapter. 14 through the 16th verse. When you get it, say amen. 1 John. 1 John. I got skills, I got my teeth in my mouth. So, might sound a little funny coming out. The 14th chapter. 14. Second chapter. Okay. What does it say? What is that?
Love not the world, not the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. See? For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Okay, now y'all heard how that was raised. But the way we tell folks, see, this is what God's trying to get. If I give it to you like this, it's just like a recipe. If that recipe calls for a quarter teaspoon of salt, that's what you got to put in there, because you put any more than that quarter teaspoon of salt, what is going to happen to it? The way we say it, we take away from what God just said. The way we say, be ye in the world, but not of the world. So we just took away from everything God just said. So we take it away. He said, love not. He said, love not the world. But the first thing we said, we got to add all the spin to everything. You ever sung a song sometimes, they didn't know the words and put your own little 2 cents in there? Someone wouldn't sing no more with it. That's what we got to get to the point of. Giving it to the people like God gave it to us, not putting our own spin on it. For years, I really thought when they said God said make one step, he'll make two. For years, I thought that was in the Bible. Until I started reading for myself, like, wait, I ain't saying this. But the only thing the slaves when they was preaching to the slaves, they got there when they was talking about faith. That's all because the slaves couldn't read. If they knew if I did this, God would do this. So that's where the 1 step, 2 step came in. If they could read, they could tell people out of the Bible about faith. But we ought to read today. We ought to read today. Be ye in the world, but not of the world. No, give it to the people the way God give it to you. But since we only be ye in the world and be not of the world, I want to ask a question. How can believers be in the world, but not of the world? That's a question. And I'm going to tell y'all what. Do not sit here and look like my grandson be looking. Don't do that. Because this is Sunday school. Not teacher talk all along. How can believers be in the world, but not of the world? And while y'all wondering on that, go to John 15:19. Wait. Definitely. Okay.
So that question is open for everybody in the room, sir?
Everybody.
Should I be sent from that question?
No. Everybody, because in order to learn, they got to move. But you might say something that fuck somebody else, and God might give somebody else revelation, and everything comes together. People get a full understanding of what we're talking about. You got something? Go ahead. Okay.
I'm just going to say this. I know God gave me this topic, and I never had opportunity to share it because I knew the truth. But what I did, I began to look up the love of the world. And in love of the world, it says, being devoted to the world's treasures, philosophies, and priorities according to his eternal value system. We got to first break that down. You know what I mean? What is the world? And I begin to think on that, and I'm just only sharing my opinion. I just don't have to be nobody else. And I begin to tell myself, well, how come the Christians, come on, the saints, why we got all these different hairstyles like the world? I'm just talking about me. I ain't talking about none of y'all. Okay? This is what God was dealing with me about. I said, okay, God, if I'm in the world,
I mean, if I'm of him, then why I'm looking like the world? So God had me examine myself. That's what I said. So the Lord said, well, how are the believers or the Christians want to have all these different hairstyles like the world? Yes, I'm saying it because that's what God dealing with me about. Amen. So I began to break myself down. Come on. Because if I'm going to be who I say I am, because God already told me, so I want you to look like me. I want you to look like them. That's what God's telling me now. So I began to do some examining of my own self because I can go to different churches and I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just explaining. If I come into the household and then I can't see God because I see too much of you. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm talking about leadership now. I'm talking about leadership. I'm looking like you. So, okay. Yes, I had my nails. Ain't nothing wrong with nails. I'm not saying that. But I took my nails off and they was my real. Not saying that I can't have them. I was tired of them because they hurt when they grow. So I let them go. I said, oh God, this is me. I'm not telling you got to look old. I'm not saying that you got to look this kind of way. Still look nice, but I ain't got to look like them. That's the only thing I'm talking about. God deals with me. So I had to break down what is it that I'm in the world but not of the world. Do that make any sense? Anybody else? There's more to it, but that's all I'm going to say.
Go ahead and get the microphone. Did not the world say, separate yourself? What do you think the world separate me? If I know I play, I'm got to call my favorite football team. If I know I play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, shouldn't I have a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey on or equipment on? Why should I play for the Pittsburgh Steelers but I'm looking like the Philadelphia Eagles? Think about it. How am I being separate? I'm a Steeler, but I got an Eagle uniform on. I'm a Christian, but I'm twisted wrong and I'm looking like the world. Separate. When is the separation going to come? People come straight out the nightclub with the nightclub clothes on and don't know no difference in the church because people in the church are people in the nightclub. So the question is again, how can believers be in the world but not of the world? Where the separation coming in? Where's the world seeing the difference? See, that's the part about it. The world don't see the difference between the church and the nightclub. If I say I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world, I got to show a difference somewhere. I must show a difference somewhere. I remember back in the day when my mama and them was going to church and those folk were praying, and you could see them ladies in the line going to the church. You could see the difference. Or them deacons going to the church. I could see the difference. I'm sorry, y'all. Every time I go to some churches or I don't see a difference no more. The church don't conform to looking like the world, and this should not be not conformed to the things of this what? So what the church done did? Conformed. I want you to no, cut me off. I don't want to get on the way, dog. That the church, okay, you say, separate yourself from the world, so we can be of the world. You say, how can a believer be in the world, but not of the world? Okay, a believer can be in the world, but not of the world. If you're especially dead and you walking in the spirit, you can make a difference in that. I'm checking on her to say just the different hairstyles, different clothes. Now, if I come in here with something too short on and I'm a believer and I'm sold out the price, I already know when I step up in here, it's too tight, it's too short. I already know. But if I'm trying to please the world, I won't know. But if I'm walking totally after God in the spirit, I know it when I put it on, so I put it on. And then, we as a believer, dead to the world. Because, like the song, so the cross was Jesus before and the world behind me. It's the difference. Either you're focused or you're not. So that you can't do what the world do when you're spiritually sold out. But if you have crossed the fence, please the world, you can't please the world and God, you're going to have to choose. It ain't no in between, you either are. So that's why I know a believer.
I want to the left, sir. To the left.
I wrote something. I'm gonna get right to you. I wrote something. He said, and the thing we was going with be in the world. And in the world is our point of location. In the world is our point of location. He said, be ye in the world, but not of this world. Of the world is our source of information. You get that? If I'm in the world, that's my point of location. But he said, be not of the world. What is my source of information to be not of the world? Anybody? What is my source of information for not being a part of this world? The Word of God. But how much do we apply the Word of God to our life, not to, let me go to 15 and 19, talking on tongue people. This is what I'm trying to get. If you were of the world would love its own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. The world is not hating you anymore because they have conformed to the things that they are doing. I'm sorry, I love all kinds of music, but I have to separate the music that I listen to. Some music that I hear in church today, I think I'm in the nightclub, y'all. When it first hit, well, I've been on James Brown. When I grew up, it was a different standard of music that I listened to, and I can separate what that music was. We're not doing that anymore. I did a skit one time where I walked up with a bottle of E&J and some marijuana and some rolling papers on a Bible. And I said, what, these two don't go together? This don't supposed to be in the church. Well, how can you say this don't supposed to be in the church, but you make everything else creep up in here? We letting too much stuff creep into the house of God. We somewhere at some point in order in our life, we got to start calling things out. If you never call it out, it ain't gonna leave. It ain't gonna stop. That's just like a child. If I let that child keep doing what he's doing, that child will continue to do what he's doing. But at some point, I got to step in there and say, look at him, sit down somewhere. He ain't gonna know to stop unless I tell him. This stuff ain't gonna know to stop coming to church unless we start standing up. So as a body of believers, how can we be in this world but not of this world? Tony?
How can we believe?
I can believe it. Be in the world but not of the world.
I don't know what the script is. I just tried. The scripture says, therefore, there is now no condemnation. Them that walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. Romans 8. That scripture came to my mind. in the Pentecost. And that's the only way that I can see it. Walk out the spirit and not out the flesh.
Amen. Anybody else want to elaborate on that?
While you're talking, I'm beginning to think of the different cultures, the Jewish cultures. Like when you go, I don't know if they do the same thing here, but in Cleveland, there's an area in Cleveland Heights that's all Jewish people. Their synagogue is there. The people buy in that area there. Their homes, all of everything is all the Jewish area. You know, you got the Italian area where that's all of their shops and all of their where everybody buys. Yeah, that's where we got. And what we did as Christians, we buy everywhere. We don't separate ourselves. Where when you go into this area, you know all of these are Christians in this area. So when you walk up and down, like when we would go to church, you could see the Jewish people, the Jewish men and women walking to their synagogue. You know what I mean? We don't have that anymore. We're all over the place. And I'm not saying that we got to be, maybe I am saying, I am saying it. Let me not even go there. I'm saying where we buy land in that one space. Like when we go into what do they call them places where all of the houses, your development, when we go into the subdivisions, all that, no matter which house you go to, they're all Christians there. They on the fast. And you know how they do, the Jewish people, where they shut down. They got a day where they don't do nothing. They got a week when they don't do nothing. They don't work, they don't do nothing. Because that's their day. And we done watered our culture down. It's not
say that again.
our culture. We done watered it down. We made it into a religion instead of a lifestyle, which is a culture. Amen. And so maybe if we get back to back in the biblical times, it was a culture. That was their lifestyle. They had festivities for certain things, remembrances for God. They did certain things. They could be all over the nation working and tilling the land and dealing with the animals or whatever. But on that day, everybody walked. Everybody gathered in that one place to worship God in that moment. We've gotten away from it because we've become so repetitive. We know we gotta get up and go to church. We know we gotta get up and do this. We're gonna fast on this day. We have, just like Elder Johnson said, we have and Deacon Tony, we have begun to conform to the ways of this world without no kind of degree of separation. When there should be a degree of separation, like the Mormons and the Amish. We need our area. When we go develop our land and have our shops and when you go into our mall or you go into our store or you go into our grocery store and you know that area, it don't have to be black. It could be black, white, Chinese, whatever. But you know that area, those are the Christians over there. Don't come out there. Now, if you don't want to be here with oil. Amen.
1 Corinthians 5th chapter. Start at verse 9. I want to show you something. When she was talking, God just showed something. 1 Corinthians 5th chapter, start at verse 9. When you get there, say amen. And he said, I wrote to you in an epistle not to company with fornicators. Through, to make a point. He said not to company with fornicators. Tony, can I use you for a minute? We in the same workplace, and I'm just using you for an example. He's a fornicator. I'm a Christian. Am I in his company? No, I'm not. I'm not in his company. We're in the same workplace. We're standing next to each other. Do you know who being in his company is? This is being in his company. He's telling me all about his sexual escapades, and I'm indulging into it. Now I'm in his company. See, we as Christians, that's what we do. We're all going to talk about their stuff, and what we want to do, we want to jump feet first into it. See, that's what being in the company. Me, you standing next to each other. I'm not in his company. We're in the same job. We got to work together. Being in his company is indulging into his conversation about his stuff that God said I should be doing no way. That's being in his company. We got to watch ourselves. We quickly, somebody who ain't saved, they're going to talk about, you said, bro. They're going to talk about this, what they did in the world. You're like, man, look at him. Well, I'll tell you something. And back in the day, I used to do this. Apostle said something about said, don't walk down memory lane unless it's just a memory. See, that conversation should have been, man, I was in the club. Yeah, I remember this, but you know God brought me out of that stuff, man. See, God don't come nowhere in the situation. Well, see, we accompany ourselves. We don't bring the word of God in. Because here you go. You start sitting there listening to that stuff right now. That stuff starts filling with your flesh, and there you go. Excuse me, you got hell for the rest of the day. Now you got some stuff to shake off because you done got in the company or something. You ain't got to be in it. That's what being in the company is all about. Not you standing next to it, not you walking by it. It's the definition of what company is. It's engaging. That's what being in the company is. Go ahead, sister.
Peter 2 and 9. Yeah, I'm sorry at 9. It says, we are chosen generation, the royal priesthood, and a holy nation, peculiar people that you should show forth the praise of him who has called you out of darkness into his marvelous light, which in times were not a people, but are now the people of God, which had not obtained mercy, not have mercy, obtained mercy. You got to stop going back to the world. Because see, God, we're peculiar people. God has set us aside for his use. And you know, we're trying to please the world and please God. You can't do it because the word tells us we are peculiar. And peculiar peoples are different. And you got to show that difference. You hold it, you know, like God said that we are, you can't do what the world do. You can be out there, you got to draw the world, but he ain't got enough to keep you out of the world. To draw the people, you need to, you know, sit down until you feel with the world.
Amen. You know,
things. Matthew 4. Somebody go there, please. Matthew 4 and 4. The preacher, the basic issue is, no matter what we say, how we say it, here's the real issue that we have before us. About the believer, how you do it. We got to put it.
but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God.
Now, here's the issue. At that point, Jesus was hungry. He had been on a 40-day, 40 night. He was hungry. He was tired. But the Bible says, look at verse 1. Look at 4 and 1.
Then Jesus was led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil.
What happened?
Led up by the Spirit to be tempted of the devil.
So who led him up? The problem is, when we're led up, we act up. When we lay it up, we just straight go up. But he says that when he was led up, hungry, tired, he told him, he said, hold on. The Bible says that man shall not, but out of every word. We're not living out of that. He in temptation. He said he was led up to be what? The minute we tempted, we tempt. The minute we tempted, we fall. The only way you're going to live in this place is to take that scripture there. And whatever goes down, I was talking to the preacher this morning. Preacher, can I use you? Preacher, let's use you this morning. Preacher, as she came in, she said she's not where she gonna go. And immediately, and I met her in love. That's not what the word says. That's how we ended up praying, and God moved mightily this morning. I seen a great move of God. That preacher went to praying and brought the house down. And from there, all the love, because we obeyed the word of, because the Bible says, if any sick among you, let them pray. She had to pray for them. Then call on the elders. Then anoint her with oil. When all that took place, she can't tell me she didn't feel better after that prayer. We won't follow the written word. You said we add to it, we want to subtract to it. But the only thing I know while I'm in this, while I'm passing through as a journey, I promise to God that I'm obeying what's written, not just what's said.
That's why now that y'all get what I said, in the world is my point of location. How can a believer live in the world? See, being in this world, this is my location. This is just where I'm at. You get it now? He said, being of the world, but be not of the world. The reason I'm not of this world is because of my source of information. I'm not of this world because the information I got won't let me be a part of this world. Now, I can be in it all I want to. I'm in it because this is my point of location. When we say world, like, when we say world, what's your definition of being in this world? Anybody? Okay, I got the scholar. Everybody like scholar. In this world, what is your definition? As a believer, let me clarify. As a believer, as a follower of Christ, when they say be in, so if I'm a believer and I'm in this world, what does that mean?
First of all, if you in the world, living in the world around other people, or being around other people, first of all, they're going to base you on how you're right.
Good.
If you feel some big, you gotta be strong enough to walk away. And all that conviction, if you don't, you can't live, just fall in that place.
Into the traps of the devil.
Yeah, if you live the right, want to live right, you're going to have that conviction in. And I experienced that, I'm like, yeah, because I'm ready to, I'm so tired. But I experienced that just those nights. That's what I want to say. Okay.
Let me tell you something. The world, when they say being in this world is an evil place. This world is a sinister place. But we being believers got to live where? In this world. That's my point of location. He said, I was born into sin, but shaped into what? I had to get up to a point in my life where I had to shake that off by being a believer and a follower. But yet I'm still where? In this world. And he said, of the world. So I'm in the world, but I ain't got to be of this world. You ever been in the house but not, nothing going on in the house? Have you ever been in the house with people smoking, drinking, cussing, fussing, doing all this right here? But you in them, but you got to be in them, but you ain't doing none of it. See, that's what he's trying to tell you. It's your sort of information that you got that won't allow you to be a part of what's going on in it. That's the sort of information I got won't let me be a part of what's going on in this world. But I got to allow God to keep me where I'm at. I got to allow God to do these things in my life. The minute you start allowing God to be God in your life, you're going to conform to the things of the world. Everything got a power source. If you don't believe it, if you took biology in school, you should know. Everything got a power source. In order to crank your car, what do it need? Really do know. Need a battery. In order to turn your lights on in your house, it's got to come from a damn wood grill. Everything got a power source. Even when you start walking the straight devil, you have a power source. But if you don't tap into it, darkness will fall. That's why he said, do not conform to the things of this world. I'm your power source. If you stay plugged up to me, you ain't got to worry about conforming. But once you start conforming, that's just like brick come turn your lights off. And you wonder why they're so dark, why everybody looking like. Wow. Think about it. Think about it. The scripture went on and said in Corinthians, if I can jump down to 11, I'm going to 10 to 11. He said, yet not all together with the fornicators of this world, or with the covenants, or the extortioners, or with the idolaters. For then must you need to go out of the world. He said, but now I have written to you not to keep company. If any man that is called a brother be a fornicator, or a covenant, or a dog, or a railer, or a drunkard, or a extortioner, with such a one do not eat. Do not eat word. But we find ourselves eating word. And here's the thing. The first time I said eat, everybody think about pulling up the thing, pulling up chest. No. It's a carnal mind who don't understand spiritual things. Let me talk about the spiritual side of it. Do not start partaking in these festivities that they are going through. If I'm calling myself a child of God, and I'm out here drinking with you, and I'm fornicating with you, and I'm and eating with you, I'm breaking bread on a spiritual level. Do y'all get that? When you say eat, don't worry about the hand being on you and coloring. We ain't talking about all that right now. We talking about doing the things that you do that won't get you into the kingdom of heaven. Do not eat with them. Do not partake with them. Did he not say in Deuteronomy 15, chapter 30, chapter 15? He said, I put before you what? What did he tell you to choose? See, last week, that's just like giving you the test and the answer to it. Give you the test, and here go the answer. But what do we go do? Gave you the answer, but we still want to put the wrong answer down. We still put the wrong answer down. The Bible says we must separate ourselves. If I'm not, I just made the analogy about Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. I ain't separating myself with Pittsburgh. I'm looking like Philadelphia. We looking just like what God said don't do. We looking just like the church is going to start to conform. I'm with God. Well, thank you. I look at a lot of these singers today. God knows I love Kirk. I love the wine. I love a lot of these cats. The cats eat cats can sing. But like I said, if that music sounded just like the music in the club, what's the separation there? Like I said, some songs come on in the church. The beat hits so doggone hard. I think I'm in the club sometimes. There's got to be a separation somewhere. We can't be sounding just like them. Well, we got to meet them on their level. We got to go where they at. We're being strong enough to go where they at. Then what's going to happen? Pastor Cleveland told me, I said, Pastor, I started to go to the bar and go to the bar and get that boy. He said, if you ain't strong enough to go in that bar, don't go in there. Don't go in there.
No, I'm not doing that. You said something just now. You said something a few minutes ago as far as allowing God to take over your life. And then you went in, because some people think that, well, he already, okay. But the thing about it is, in Deuteronomy where you said, choose you this day, is where you begin to allow. That's the allow part. When you make the choice. And really, let me back up a little bit because allowing, accepting, that's what I want to say. Accepting God into your life. Because Deuteronomy shows that one way or the other, God is going to be a part of it, whether it's good or bad. You understand? Whether it's good or bad, you either going to get the blessings or you're going to get the curses. You either going to have life or you're going to have death. God is really, that's one thing that people don't really get. When you were saying allow, I wanted you to kind of expound on what you meant by allow. Because God gave us these rules. He gave his children these rules. And whether we accept them or not, the rules are there. Whether we accept them or not, whether we choose to do right or wrong, he's still God no matter what in our life. When they say the law is the law and ignorance is not an excuse, that's where I'm going with that. Ignorance is not an excuse. Just because I choose not to acknowledge your law in my life, that don't mean that law don't stand. So expound on a lot.
Okay, what I meant about to allow God to be the head of my life. I can't remember what the scripture said. God ain't gonna just come in and make you do nothing. You got to be willing. You got to be willing. That's why your willingness allows God to come in and do what he needs to do in your life. Your unwillingness is why we get hell most of the time. So allow me willing to put you at the head. Does that answer the question? Okay. I thought, okay, thank you for bringing that out, Sister Lee. First Corinthians.
On that subject, what came to my spirit, after I live in the world, not the other way. The only way that I know is that I have to have a renewed mind. I don't care how I walk, how I talk, but if my mind is renewed, the Bible says with a renewed mind, I can go off.
When everybody get there, say amen.
Amen.
And I was gonna start at 2. I was gonna start at 2, but I'm gonna start at 1. He said, I beseech you, therefore, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies in every sacrifice, holy and acceptable, which is your reasonable service. Then it says, and be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and the perfect will of God. That's how we can be in this world, but out of this world. First, we got to present our bodies as a what? Living sacrifice. That's going to show us difference right there. See, when the world starts talking about you like a dog, that means you ain't with them. You ain't a part of this. See, when they all in your face, yeah, but and they talking behind your back, do inventory. Some ain't right. But when they talk about something, like, look at that, they think they all that. Ain't nobody going to help everybody else. Everybody over there. The world doing that right there. You're doing something right. You're doing something right. Don't never stop. Don't let that get to you, because in the world, I didn't give a shit about it. So over here, I sure don't give a shit about it. But I know you talking about me, and as the world says, watch this here, hating on me. The more you hate, the more it'll be great. hating on me, that means I'm doing something right. It's when you ain't hating on me, when I got to question myself, what am I doing? And the third verse says, for I say, through the grace given to me, to every man that is among you, not to think himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly according as God has dealt to every man in a measure of faith. Think soberly. What is thinking sober? If I got a renewed mind, my sober thinking is everything that God got laid out for me, I must follow accordingly. If I follow this accordingly, that means I can live in this world, but I ain't of this world.
Prime example of France. So, like, me going back to Pensacola, so where I come from, the things I'm big now, I gotta be strong. So, going there Friday, somebody will call me. How the channels, you listen to, the Christian station, you get so far the channels or, the station. So they start grinding out, and so when they grind out, I just went to singing, spiritual songs. And the person called me, put on another channel, turned up so loud, on the default channel. And I was like, so at first I was like, I ain't say that. Because, being driving ain't gonna be, in conversation with nobody going down the road or already, in traffic. So anyway, so I just let it flow for a minute. And but in the, I can ride every in the spirit, right? All that default or whatever. So I said, and I had to really pray. Because I was like, I don't want my spirit, period, anyway. Then, honestly, going to come school, I don't need this in my spirit. So, I just instantly, so I called my sister. It was in front of, and I called her. I said, hey, you got a CD. It's Full Side Road. Give me a CD out right quick. And that was what they did. I had to, just do a CD. And then she, still trying to, with CD in, whatever, still trying to play that music. So, so that really helped me. I mean, this lesson I really did because, the enemy will step in. Oh, yeah. You love it. You gotta be strong. You gotta want it. You gotta want it.
In a little prayer, you can divide yourself in. But I thank y'all this morning, and I thank God for listening. Because God knows I didn't know what I was going to talk about. And the topic of the lesson was faith. Which face does the world see? And in my closing, remember this. Being in this world is your point of location. But being of this world, you got an information source that won't make you the world that you did. I can be right there standing with the negative, with the baddest sin in the world. That don't make me help. So don't forget that. Being in this world is your point of location. Being of this world is our source of information. Thank God. Amen.
Let us sing. Amen. We thank and praise God for that subject. Amen. I really enjoyed the Sunday school this morning. Let's give our minister Elder hands. Amen. And his obedience at the last minute. Hallelujah. But see, that's how God operates. You got to be what? Already ready. Be ready. Be ready for whatever God is getting ready to use you. Be ready. And one thing I love about the Lord, He loves you. He will use you in your weakest moments. So it won't be none of you, but all of this. Amen. Father, we thank you now for the Sunday school that went forth. We thank you, God, as we continue to go forth, Father God, in your worship. God, we ask that you would have your way and let thy will be done. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. You may take the break. For worship.
I'll get there.